Alright, the Fortress of Winds. This is going to be like one of the longer dungeons. Just because of its unique gimmick. Now, you can now see here that there's a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff in this dungeon. To think that the ruins were hidden within this cliff the whole time. Watch your step, Asler. There may be traps in here. Oh, there's plenty of traps. I mean, tons of stuff. It's like always hidden dungeons, like ancient dungeons, like the Mayan temples and everything, you know? I guess they show like in ancient history and everything. Like, we don't want to mess with anything. Why? Because if you touch anything, if like a pressure switch or something, there will most likely be a poison dart or something that'll hit you. We don't want that. No. Also, this dungeon is probably one of the more vertical dungeons in the game, as there's a lot of floors in this place. Like I said, there's like a total of like 3 or 4. But you won't be able to access everything until you actually, you know, get through the initial concept of this game. Oh boy, hey! Because this game is going to require you to backtrack to get every chest in the game. Because you can see there's a chest there. We can't break it. And the walls we see around there are non-breakable by bombs. Only basically a sharp tool that's on our hands are able to break this thing. Also, we're going to have to learn the use of our new ability. Of our force sword ability here. We gotta break this open. Kill this guy off. Oh boy. Get some pieces. So, you might say, well, why did they give us, you know, 4 spots to do this in? Well, again, once you level up your sword to have the other copies and everything, because that's what happens when you get a new element, the game is actually allowing you to basically come back into this dungeon if you have missed anything. I don't know why you want to come back here, though, but they have a failsafe in place that, hey, you know what? You have to do this and effectively, you know, have the ability to activate the Force Sword's ability so that you can actually complete said dungeon in time, you know. That's the thing. Okay, ready? Alright, so now we take care of this little statue again. Hey! Why'd you wake up? You're behind a switch I want to take out. Alright, that works. I want to take you out. You might drop something. There we go. We pull this lever out and we get ourselves a key! No! That key dropped all the way down to the ground! That's a slight annoyance. Did something just fall down? Or is it my imagination? Man, I'm going crazy. I am an old man, don't you know? Alright, we'll go down here. We gotta go small. Why small? Because there's something down here. So jump here. We can't grab the key because it's too big for us to carry. Weird, I know. When we come down here, there's a piece of heart. Again, this game is loving putting pieces of heart inside dungeons. I think this is like the only game to do so? No, I want to think. I think Minish, Majora's Mask does this too. Where they put like they put pieces of heart inside of dungeons. Alright, we gotta push a thing down right there. Ow! Got hurt. Curses. Oh, there's a big rupees here too. There's a lot of there's a lot of treasure in this dungeon. Let's be frank here. But like I said, this is going to be your longest dungeon in the game, well, at least up to a point. Which is to be shame because I think that both this and the other wind dungeon we're going to get into later is going to be like the one that's going to be the longest for no apparent reason. And I wish we had more lore behind these guys. The Wind Tribe. Yeah, it doesn't really stay until now, but it's like the Wind Tribe is, I don't know. I guess you could say they're kind of like another edition of the Skyloftians, but it's like they're not really given much context in the grand scheme of the story. Despite the fact that there's 2 dungeons and basically you'll meet up with the people later. But at the same time, it's like there's a lot of lore they could have done here, and they don't do enough with it, I feel. Oh, we got Stalfos! Yeah, there's Stalfos. Annoyance. Oh, watch out for that trap. Yep, those lights. We saw those in the Cave of Flames. Now they're here too. And I would say best course of action, if you see rupees on the ground that are not fading out, just swipe them with your sword. You'll thank me later. But yeah, we can't activate that. Again, there's some... Again, all these things in here, we can't do anything with it until we get a particular item in the game. Or in this dungeon. This dungeon's going to be having a fun time with that, for sure. We come up here. Open that door right so. And we get access to another boss. This is our next mini-boss here. This is the Igor duo. This Igor duo here. We have to take them out both at the same time, though. Unfortunately, saying, like, you know, using the copy ability, you can't use the bow and arrow with the copy. You think they would, since you're copying yourself twice, but you're copying only the spiritual form of the, of Link, not his items. Really is a missed opportunity, really. Which is something, you know, they kind of rectified in Four Swords Adventures. If you had one bow and arrow, everybody had a bow and arrow. If you're playing single player, at least. And so everyone had a bow and arrow in that game. Like, that game was fun. I really hope that game gets a remaster at some point. Like, man, I just want that game to have online functionality. Come on, give us the GameCube Online, Nintendo. It's not like you can't share anything now easily off the system anymore. Doing their recent events of the game, at the time this game will go up, this video will go up on the YouTube side of things. We can't share anything off of the Switch to any social media sites. Yeah. It'll be a long lost forgotten era of sorts. We push this thing over like so, and push this one over. And also, in fact, thanks to our two-sword ability, yeah, we're going to be using this ability a lot. Oh! I'm trying to roll. You can't roll when you have this active. Now, there are, like, spiritual... Like, there are training to help you, get at least better, power draws and everything from this ability later on down the game. Oh, there goes that key. That key's gone down. Now I have to go grab it. Unlike the last room, we don't have to be small for this. We can just fall down here and just have a falling good time. It's a good thing there's no fall damage in this game. Man, could you imagine? Like, if you have the 3D Zelda's mechanic of falling along heights, you get hurt from it. Man, every 2D Zelda game would be impossible to go down on. Just because if you drop down a level and it makes you hurt yourself. So we come up here. We have Igors blocking our view. They stop us and just jumping around like annoyances. We're seeing the blue ones now. There are red ones later, which will basically throw a bone at you. But we'll get to see those later on in the game. Let's get these Igors out of the way. Here we go. At least you can hit them while mid-jump. That's awesome. No worries there. Let's see here. Boom, yeah. Knock you down. Jump like that. Hey, how about another eye to the face? Or another arrow to the face. My bad. We'll open up this here and we get ourselves the dungeon map. Let's see how big this dungeon is. Yeah, it's only 3 floors, but again, there's just a lot of hidden rooms. And a lot of chests. Again, there's a lot of chests in here that basically are either inaccessible to be access to until you get to certain dungeon item. Then you're going to be backtracking to the entire dungeon. Like, this dungeon is basically... It's like this and another dungeon later on. Which I think is like that's actually the final dungeon in the game, actually. Before the ultimate panoply final one. Oh, if you want to talk about annoyances... Yep! Wall masters, or do they call them floor masters? One of the two. I think wall masters are the ones that walk on the floors, and the floor masters are the ones that drop down on you. Either way, these guys are back, and they're annoying just as before. And they love to spam them in these places like this, for sure. And we got ourselves another dungeon, another mini-boss, another Dark Nut! Now this one's a red-tinted one, which has a little bit more health. A little bit more fresher Dark Nut. Ow! Come on. These guys are annoying to fight. I hate these guys so much. Like, they weren't hard to hit in Wind Waker, but here they kind of make them hard. That's why I could probably never play the original Legend of Zelda, just because of just these guys around. Come on, you. Ow, you push it. Yeah, there you go. Surprised there's not a Piccolo that gives you a better boost or anything. No, there's a charm we'll have to get later for that. I'm basically gonna get that charm as soon as I can, especially the best one of the game, the purple one. I want to get that one. You might think, oh, you can get the purple charm from the oracles? No, no. Ow. Okay, that's a little annoying. Yeah, the oracles will actually have to infuse them and everything, infuse them with keystones and everything. They'll be looking for a home. You can only put 2 of them into a home. I recommend putting the Oracle of Secrets in the home, because that gets you both an attack and defense boost by using her charm, which is basically the best charm in the game. I don't know why you want to go for strict attack power. I say go for mixed both, honestly. We'll see them later. Likewise, it's time for us to bring out the animal in us with the mole mitts. Dig, dig to your heart's content. Dharma digging a hole. Diggy, diggy. Diggy, diggy. Right here. With this ability in hand, we now have a lot of stuff is opened up to us. In the corpse of new things to find. With this thing in hand, it's probably best to now go back to the rooms you've already been to and go backtracking, because you might as well do it now. I'm going to do that now, because that is going to be an annoyance, because if we don't do this now, we're going to be forgotten. Now, there's a couple of rupees and a few chests in here. I think some of them basically drop keystone pieces. There's even this one over here, which will basically be a waste for us. This one's a sort of a mini dungeon itself, mini boss here. We've got Wiz Robes showing up for the first time in the game. This is the non-elemental version of them, but there will be alternate versions of fire and ice ones later on. We got 80 mysterious shells. How many do we have right now at the moment? 225. Okay, still decent enough. We also come over here. There's a chest here, and you guys have a keystone piece. Take that. Yeah, so now we can basically dig to our heart's content in this instance here. That's why I say go back to the rooms you've already been to and find those outdoor areas. See, there's a room right there we can grab and such and get that rupee right there. We need to go back up here, because this will give us some extra benefits, some extra goodies. So now we can go dig through here and bam, bam, there we go, Kingstone piece for us. That's what I'm doing here. We're just going to grab these things here, and I think this is all it is on this side. Yep, Kingstone piece is a red one. And knowing that we need a red one, particularly in the game right now, that's the best thing for it right now. Now we can just drop down. Ah! I don't think in the manga they don't really spend too much time in this Fortress of Winds. Or at least the Fortress of Winds here. I don't think the manga spends a lot of time here. I know the fact that Link does get the ocarina, the item they're going to get here in this game, in this dungeon, but at the same time, he gets a traveling item in this manga here, but that's all he gets out of this place. But I don't think he gets very much far into it. Come right here. There's nothing here, but there might be something on the opposite side. Keystone drops. That's good enough right now, because right now, we're going to need as many keystones as we can, because we're going to have a lot of fusions later on, especially the blue variety, if we're going to have the Gorons do the way they want us to. Break that apart. Go up here. Break this open. A chest appears. Get this stupid thing out of here, you cursed metal thing. Keystone piece! Huzzah! Oh, I'm going backwards. Well, this is actually the fastest way back down. Just going... Repeat yourself of these backtracking options. Woo! There we go. Haha! You ain't getting me now, suckers! I'm dropping down! We got all the items on those sides. Now we can continue on without being impeded. Nicely done here. It's a little tedious, sure, but... Also, the blue portal doesn't really help very much of backtracking. Because this is basically the main area of the dungeon's right here. Then we go to the right side. We can pull this off. Oh yeah, we gotta use the Pegasus boots in this instance right here. Get the Pegasus boots out. No! Hey! Fly away! Woo! Phew! We barely made it! I was certain we'd run out of time! That's what we have the Pegasus boots for. Oh, now we got more floor masters. Floor or wall masters, one and two. I always get these guys confused. Like, we've seen the red ones, but now we have the blue ones. If they grab you, they'll put you back to the start of this dungeon, so don't let them grab you! No! Ah! Granted, I could do the reverse function on the Switch Online, but I'm not going to do that. Because it's not too far away for us. Now, if it was a long dungeon, on the other hand, I would say cry foul on that one. Let's go! Back again! Curse these guys, I swear. Like, they're like the most annoying thing. Now, if you want to attack them out by range, you can hit them with the bow. They are weak to it. As one hit kills them. Yeah. So yeah, probably best to kill these guys with the bow, because that's what they're weak to. Oh, cool. Awesomeness. We got ourselves this option right here. Let's go. Shrink down. And now we have to do a little bit of maneuvering. Mind where those statues are. We're going to have to put those in our area later. Also, watch out for these holes. They are death pits to you. You want to be in the middle of these things when you go down here. Let's see. Oh, do I have to be big on this? Oh, I probably do. Yeah, I have to be big on this. Dang it! Well, I can just put myself in a hole. No, I can't. I put myself in a hole, I lose my positioning here. I'm overshooting the boundary. I need to get the chest that appears from basically completing this puzzle. Then become small. I believe that is the case. Let's go. Yep. These skulls are probably all the victims the Wall Masters took on. Which means kind of gruesome if you think about it. Zelda is kind of like those one games that are kind of like, you know, the lore in the game is actually quite dark, if you think about it. Especially even Wind Waker. Wind Waker's still got like a dark tale they have to tell. Pull this out right here. You need to pull this statue in two particular spots. Now, I want to say that you need to do this on the upper and lower ones here. Actually. You hit this one over here. And then this one goes down right here. I'm going to push it in place. Hold this in place here. And now we got to switch all four switches. That means we have to do this. Hey! These ropes out of here. I don't need them. Yeah. We go like this. They give you 6 options here because I feel like you can do both options the way you do it. So be careful where you walk because your copy's going to be doing right there. And there's our key. Booyah! Thank you. Now I can open up the door. And then we can become Minish size. That's what we do. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Open up the door. And now we must become Minish size to get through here. Let's go. Now we become small. Kind of weird they give you the option to shrink down, despite the fact you can't shrink down until you complete the room as a big Link. Which is very, very weird. Look, I wasn't missing the one cycle. Dang it! Ah! You spikes, you swank around on your spiky wheels. The problem is these things are still moving. Despite the fact this place being fully abandoned at this point. We want to come over here and look at that. More wall masters. It's our fantastic of people we are, aren't we? Right, jump right here. Jump down and get a key right there. Despite the fact the shadow did show it was on top of the block, it doesn't. You want to be careful when you break through here though, because there's sparks everywhere. And also there's no other chests in this room. If you even check the map, there's nothing in here. So, yeah. And there only have one chest left that's technically here, and that's in the right. That's where the boss key is. Plus any other chest that might be hidden through the, our pathway to said dungeon key. But luckily, though, when we come down here, we're not worried about the wall mashers one bit. Only because they don't really see us. Because even these two are probably adults, and they can't see Minish people at all either. But thank goodness. I mean, if you had to watch out being the wall master for being small, I'd be like, that'd probably foul on that one. We come out here, and we gotta sell some more dorms. The first instance of seeing these bad boys. These guys hide in caves. They're all around Hyrule. And they all kind of a slight annoyance, but you have to kill them, though. If we get some rewards out of them. Hey, you! Die off, you cursed thing! And money that we can't use, or we have a full wallet on hand. Luckily, our sword can go right through these things, and you can just take these guys down with ease. There you go. Ooh. We got here? Ah, shells. Ah, nice, beautiful shell, aren't we? Oh boy. Ow! There, you cursed things. Why do you keep hurting me like this? Alright, we got ourselves a door here. And we want to go down the right side. The left side will take you to the wrong side and you can't get the boss key. Which is right here. Thank you. Booyah. Oh, now I'm realizing what thing I was missing. That was actually the compass in the Cave of Flames. That's what I was missing. Well, we already got everything else in the dungeon, so the compass would have not done anything any good. Oh, now I'm low on health. No! Curse you, Stalfos! Curse you, Stalfos! Why don't you drop hearts? If you drink that pickle, you would have more hearts. Yeah, I know. Alright. We got over here, we have a chest here that's hidden. It doesn't show up on the screen because it's an actually hidden chest, actually. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Come here. Come on. Nyeh. And that gives us keystone pieces. Good enough for fusing. Is there anything in here? I don't think there is. We push this, though. We get ourselves a portal for us. Let's go. Go to the dungeon with us here, and we've got ourselves a bit of a nuisance. Let's see. Actually, I can use the Gale Gust Jar to get around these things a little bit, so they don't have to harm me. Ow! I didn't mean to... Oh, now they drop hearts. Now I'm getting hurt by them. There we go. Ow. Now you're stuck in the wall. Slight annoyance, you! Oh, good. There's hearts. Let's see. I wonder if we have to use bow and arrow on this one, because it's technically this boss is weak to the bow. Will you stop hurting me like that, man? I feel like I just wasted hearts just trying to get the cursed things. Now to our next boss fight. The Ancient Machine. But it's also, again, Nintendo's favorite boss design. A head and two hands. It's kind of similar to the one in the Tower of the Gods in Wind Waker to a certain extent. That's basically the same concept as here. But this time, however, you have to take out their hands is by taking out the eye that's in said glove. This guy will try to grab you with his hand, and it will hurt. What we have to do is basically knock your hands out, and he drops. And that means his hand basically drops down to the ground. You have to go inside his mouth to basically find his weak point, which is the pillar that has an eye on it. Take that out, and this little guy just takes you out of the dungeon like it's some kind of antivirus mechanism inside this thing. You come back out here, and you might crush it on your way out, so just roll when you do it. But now after defeating him once, hitting him once like this weak point, his insides will be covered up with dirt. So you now need to have you have to put the mole mitts on to find where the dungeon weakness is. Ah! It's gonna shake like this, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Come on, get out of there. I don't need arrows. Oh, now he's gonna drop these red spiders. They get you, they immobilize you, and you can't use your sword until you can shake them off. Slight annoyance, too. Come on, jump on there. Also, when he's down like this, he'll only be down for a short time, so use your time wisely and get inside before he wakes up. Now, this is technically completely random where his eye will basically be placed. Right there. And basically, technically this guy only has like 3 hit points inside. Like, as soon as you're inside, there's really no enemies inside. So you can just, you know, go in there and go your heart's content on the guy. Go back to our bow. And take you out. Ugh! We're gonna be more aggressive now than anything else. So watch out for that. He also has a laser beam that makes you small. Yeah, he can shrink you on contact. That is something that is... Come on. Mobilize these things, get out of here. Also, his other hand will also get back to alive if you don't clear out both hands. So, bear that in mind as well. But it's like, that usually catches you off guard. It's like, he has a laser beam that makes you small. Also, you do have a short time in here as well. He will wake up, and basically, once he does, he will not kick you out of his head. So bear that in mind. But then 3 hits like that, he's out of there. Again, it's a unique take on the Nintendo's favorite boss design, but still at the same time, it's still unique. I like the design of it, though. But the element. There's no element here. That's odd. Is it been increased? It's supposed to drop an element! I feel like we got gypped. And then we get our plot twist. We are the tribe of the winds. Long have we lived with the winds. We have mastered them, now we join them. Together with the great winds at our backs, we head for the skies. Those who have come seeking our power must play the note Zephyr teaches us. May they lead you onward to the power that you seek. Oh, we get ourselves the Ocarina of Wind! North, south, east, west, just a breath away. I do believe this is where the tribe of the winds once lived. So they left for the heavens, and they've taken their element with them. It looks like the wind element is beyond our reach for the time being. We'll have no choice but to press on. Let's get out of here! The element was not here, but at least we now have a clue to its whereabouts. You must use that Ocarina of Wind to open up a new path. Well, there's no point standing around. Go get the last element. But we're gonna do that next time. As for, we're out of time for the moment, folks. As for the YouTube exit, next time, the Legends of the Minish Cap revisit. We're gonna continue on, get some fusing done, and continue on to get into the next element, the water element. See you guys then. Ta for now, everyone. Zoo!